Zoom. So here, when you dealing with this, just to recap what we have done so far. Okay. So just tell me, if I say like, I need a computer network which is having, let's say, 90 computers. I need the computer network which are having 90 computers. 90 computers. So can you guys tell me what is the subnet that we required? Subnet we required for the 90 computers. So this is, so I need your answers. Huh? So whoever who do first can just show to me by sharing your, just get a pen and paper, write it down, whatever the answers. What you can do is you can show it to me. You don't want to show it to me actually. You just send through the chat channel. So you can send it through the chat. So I'll give you 5 minutes to go through it. Again, another one. Next thing is I need 700 PCs. Just imagine 700 PCs. So what will be the subnet for 700 PCs for this network? Okay, guys, quickly go through it. So 2 questions. I need your answers quickly. Just once you finish it, you can send it through either the you have to send me a private message. Huh? Don't use the WhatsApp. Use this Zoom and send me a private message. Huh? Don't send it to the public. Until that, I will, and I need your whatever the index numbers as well, which is giving you a sort of assignment, like assignment. Hello, yes.
Is that class C or class A or class B or class C subnet IP address?
No, no, I'm not asking about the IP address. I don't care about the IP address because I didn't give you. I just asking the subnet. Whenever you want to set the 90 computers, what is the subnet that we have to set it? Whenever you want to set the 700 PCs, what is the subnet? I didn't give, that's why I didn't give you even the IP address. That is not required. Just to recap what we have done so far. So obviously it's a classless. Huh? This is what we are right now learning is the classless. Don't send it now because I told you that is the time is over. Guys, stop sending these things. So anyway, so we look at the answers for these two. So I will mark it separately. So 7636 is the last time that I will be counting as the final answer, final counts. Let me check. Okay, okay. Right, so I will be taking count until up to the 737. So whoever who sent the last one is wrong, which is said like 255.0.0.0/88, so which is totally wrong. So anyway, right. So if you look at the way that we are going to do, So basically, what we are asking is counting the 90 computers. So whenever you want to count the 90 computers, what is the method that we are going to do? What is the method that we are going to do?
Take the nearest power of 2 for the 9.
Yeah, exactly. So when you say 90, you will be counting the nearest value for the 90. 2 to the power values. What is the nearest 2 to the power value for the 90, which is should be the highest? 2 to the power 532, 2 to the power 664, 2 to the power 728. So the nearest value for the 90, which is higher than this, it's 2 to the power 2 to the power 7, right? So the way that you are going to do here is the subnet will be reduced something like this. So from the n, you need to remove 7 zeros to remove to allocate for the host. The rest will be assigned to the network. So likewise, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 1. Rest of the things will be the 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this is exactly the subnet that we required. It's going to be 255.255.255.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So we can't see anything, sir. Can you use the Word or any application?
No, you can't see the whiteboard.
No, wide we can see. It's a very slow. In 1 minute after we can see, so that is not possible.
Okay.
I think your keyboard has some wrong thing.
No. Let me check that. I'm not quite sure. Let me check.
Can you use a Word or any Word or Notepad?
Yeah, I can use it. Notepad, of course, I can use it, but I'm not quite sure that you will be able. Now, when I have shared my desktop environment, so can you see? Is it switching?
Yeah,
Switching, right?
You use Linux.
So, like the final word will be 255.255.255. What is the last size? So, I'm not again doing these things. You just need to tell me. What is the last size? Because it's only one. Rest of the things, all the other zeros.
128.
Wait. Let me check that. 1, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exactly 128. So it's equal to the 128. Now you can see that the when you're dealing with the for the 90 host, this is the subnet. For the 700 pieces, what is the nearest 2 to the power value for the 700?
2 to the power 10.
So it's 2 to the power 10, right? 2 to the power 10. So whenever you are going to deal with this 2 to the power 10, so you need to allocate last 10 digits for the host, last 10 digits. So in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not exactly. So we need to remove 2 zeros here. Rest of the things also zeros.
We can't see.
Again,
Yes.
can you see it now?
No.
Something has
Oh, Kadina.
Is it possible to view it?
Yes, sir.
So again, this going to be happen like 255.255.255. Sorry, not the 255. What is going to be the last two? So it's only the last two digits will be zero. Rest of the things will be having ones as mentioned here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 digits will be ones. So what is the value here?
252.
Removing three digits and 252 is the value and the 0. So this is exactly the subnet that we required in order to go ahead with the 700 pieces. So is it clear right now? Because I just want to give you the rough just a recap on what we have done so far. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next thing what we will be discussing here is like, yeah, now you have idea on what is the subnet, why we should require, and what is the class less subnetting and what is the class full subnetting. So guys, please be keep in mind these things: class less subnetting and the class full subnetting. Can someone explain me what is the class less subnetting and the class full subnetting? Can someone explain me? Guys,
in in class subnetting we have some prepared classes divided into several sectors,
okay.
but in classless addressing, to reduce the wastage, if sometimes in class full subnetting, uh, as in the first example we selected 127 for 90 computers, so it is a wastage. So to reduce the wastage we are using classless subnetting.
Yeah, it somewhat is correct. The answer is correct actually in some up to the some extent, not exactly the correct answer. So when you say the class less subnetting or the class full subnetting previously, so before when we dealing with the IPv4 address schemes, so we have issue that we don't have enough IP addresses. That is IP address IPv4 addresses are getting exhausted. So whenever previously what we have was we have class A, class B, and the class C, class A, class B, class C, class D, and the E, where we discussed about the different segments. Like when you say class A address, so the class A address will be starting with 0.0.0.0.0.0 to what is the last IP address?
120.
27.
7.
120.
27.
127.255.255.255. That is the last IP address of the class A. So the class B will be starting from that. So for the class A, subnet will go as a /8. For the class B, subnet will go as a /16. So likewise, so the class C, we will be going as a class /24. But the thing is, whenever you will be dealing with the networking, so if you say /24, so for the first 24 bits in the subnet have been reserved for the network address. The last 8 bits have been reserved for the host IP, host name increment. So in that scenario, So we do have a concerns that, so if you say last 8 bits, so that means 2 to the power 8 IP addresses will be available on that. That means they can go up to the 256 PCs addressing, where even though you will be going with the 10 PCs, still the least number of IP addresses that you can have is 256, where the rest of the 246 IP addresses will be waste. To reduce that case, what we have done was, we have actually not we actually the researchers, network researchers, what they had done was they had come up with a solution where we don't have the boundaries. Whenever we require the number of IP addresses, so whenever we decide the number of machines that we are going to set up, on that point we are going to decide the boundaries. That is, we don't have the predefined boundaries. So when you say class full, we have a predefined boundaries. When you say classless, we don't have the predefined boundaries anymore. We are not dealing with that. So the classless subnet, we call it as a classless interdomain routing, or rather we call it this as a CIDR, classless interdomain routing. So we call it as a classless CIDR. So whenever you can define the IP addresses in two ways. One is you can define the IP address like this, 192.168, let's say 1.2, and separately you can define the subnet.
Excuse me.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, sir. We can't see your screen, sir.
Wait. Right. Even though this is switching, you can see the whiteboard, right? This is online whiteboard.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Okay, guys, just give me a second. Okay, so basically what we are going to define here is like the next thing that we are going to discuss here is so we do have the classless when we want to define the, when we want to write it down the network address, so we can write it down in two manners. One is you can say 192.168.3.54, and then separately you can write it down the subnet 252.128. The next way that this is the one method that we can use to define the network. There is another way that you can define the network in this manner as well. Rather than defining the whole subnet, we can define just something like this, like 2425 network. So this is, we call it as a slash notation. Slash notations. IP address, when you say IP address slash notation, that is exactly what we are going to do here. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any issues, any concerns? Okay, let's go something like this for the today, because I don't know what has happened actually. Let me check that one separately. So anyway, so when we discuss about this, the classless interdomain routing, like I did, we need to look at several other things, like say for example, so you should understand how we are going to write it down the network address against the subnet mask. So there are different mechanisms, like first thing is that I have shown you the full IP address, the full, not the full, actually the IP address and the full subnet mask. The second method is the IP address and the slash notation. So whenever you ask, whenever anyone asks you to write it down, the slash notation, you should write it down in this manner. So you can use any method to describe or to display your IP address with the slash notation. That is possible. The next important thing here is, when you define a network, So you should be able to understand the other way around as well. Let's say, for example, if someone says, we will be assigning this IP address 192.168.0.26 network, you should be able to define the network addresses. How we are going to define the network address? Now you know how to define the slash net notations. You know how to decide whenever they have given you the number of computers. You should have now sound idea that how we are going to define the subnet mask for the designing the network. The next thing is the next method that whenever, because obviously whenever you are going to design the network in the practical scenario, I'll take a practical examples. We will be having a subnet mask. Let's say, for example, we 168.0.0, that is the same thing that we have done so far. So you will be having 192.168.0.0. That is your subnet mask that we are going to discuss, define here. Sorry, IP address that we have defined in here. So whenever we will be asked us to configure the network, create a network, design the network, which required 60 hosts. So I just want to know what is the IP address range that we can use it. Subnet mask and the IP address range. Again, guys, this is again the combining with the last one. I'm going to mark it. Subnet mask and the IP address. Next thing is we are having 172.25.10.0 network. Design a network which is required for, let's say, for example, 100 PCs. Here I require the subnet mask and the IP addresses. IP addresses that we can put it to the host. Guys, so again, you have just two questions. I need your answers. Again, it's now 8:14. I can give you maximum 10 minutes until up to 8:24 to complete it. Again, you need to send your answers with your
any whiteboard game. Hello?
Now can you see it? You can see, right? Can you see it? Not?
Now
No.
see. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see it, right?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, great, guys. So this is the two questions. So I need your answers. Again, I will give you 10 minutes time to answer these questions. Send me in privately. Okay, guys. Answer should send it to me privately.
Yeah, WhatsApp or Zoom, sir.
No, Zoom chat. Don't send through the WhatsApp. Someone has sent me WhatsApp messages. So we can have separate chat on that. Not now. Okay, Dr. Akken. කවුද දැන් ටැක්ටර් වලට මං ලෙක්චර්ස් වලට ඉන්නේ. So guys, 20th amendment is approved, right? On the second reading is approved. Okay, guys, you can carry it on. Guys, this time I don't need the subnet. I need the IP address block. what you are going to do. So subnet mask also required, but the main purpose is the IP address block that you can set it for the host machines. Guys, are you done? So, okay, someone has only, yeah, we can see several people as I have to listen. Okay, guys, the people who has sent your answers, I didn't see your index numbers. So I because when I mark it your name, your answers, I need your index numbers, guys. Please reply to that with the name index, because that's why I told you I require the index number. So how I'm going to find the if you set with the because there we have a name called Dilshan, who is Vida Viduranga, how should I supposed to get the index numbers? Vida has sent the index number. Some of you didn't send the index number, only the answers. So how should I supposed to know the index numbers? Guys, please send your index numbers as well. Yeah, okay. The people who sent earlier on the answers, like Nisal Buddhila, please send your index number. Okay, Sri Nadarajan, he has sent it, no worries. Ishar, please send your index number. Pramila Deshan, please send your index number. Dilshan, please send your index number. Okay, Chamotes and Kishani, you have sent only the index number, I guess. Ah, no. Okay, I see the answer. Ah, no. So your answer is not the exact answer that I'm looking at, Kishani. Irshan also Pragati, please send your index number. Alok, I need your index number, because I can't remember your index numbers. Ubanath, I need your index number. Again, the answer is incorrect. So Ubanath, that your answer is incorrect. It is not the answer that I am looking at. Let's see. Pramil, okay, Pramil is right. Pramil, answer is not correct. You need Pramila Deshani. The answer is not correct. You have to recorrect and send it to me again. Shalani, your answer is okay. Done. Dasuni, answer is correct. Done. Alok, okay, done. Alok is done. Pratisha, Rashida, Fatima, answer is not exactly, that is, it's a wrong answer. Hamzat, wrong answer. Gihan, wrong answer. No, Gihan, you are correct. Himansha Bandara, you have only sent for the first one. You, and even I don't have your index number. Hasit, the wrong answer. Tilini, that is okay. So Banati, that's done. Yeah. Pragati, wrong. Oh no, it's correct. Hiruni, wrong answer. Hiruni Prabodha, wrong answer. Himansha, I guess you have to send it everything together. Just send everything together, because I cannot look at one by one. So you have the first answers, first message, on the second answer second message, then you have sent the other ones. Sasit Vishan. So don't send the answers to the everyone. I told you that send it privately. Yeah. Okay, done, guys. So we are going to stop this one from this point. On, set it, guys. So we just stopped. Okay, I'll give you another 1 minute. So exactly 8:40, we are going to stop now. 8:40. So don't send anything. Just I'm going to stop it. Right. So we'll look at the answers here. I just want to tell you that some of you guys have sent the incorrect answers. You didn't even get what I am asking actually. So there are few concerns like that. So the hope everyone can now see the whiteboard. Guys, can you see the whiteboard? Okay. So what I'm asking here is, I have given you the IP address 192.168.0.0. I'm just asking whether we need to design a network which is required 60 hosts. So guys, I will tell you shortest calculations to define these IP address schemes. But for the time being, you should know how to do it in a more elaborate manner, because otherwise, more meaningful manner, more descriptive manner. Otherwise, if you remember only the shortest path, so obviously you won't understand the concept. So there is a one easy method to get the IP address details by looking at the subnet. So I'll just explain that one separately. Okay, guys.
Okay.
So just tell me quickly, someone, what is the subnet P required for the 60 host? Subnet P required. Guys, again, I'm telling, just to give you idea that if we going like this type of circumstances where we right now in like a COVID situations, if you continue up to the next couple of years, because this particular pandemic situation, no one knows when this is going to end, and we don't have any vaccines or any type of medicines that we can recover it from very easily. So just keep in mind that whenever you are going to deal with this type of pandemic situations, so we are in a critical uh, environment where we will be facing several key issues, like companies will never going to do any more hirings. They have, most of the companies, they have freeze the hirings until further notices. So only few companies are right now do the hirings for the, because there is a newly started company, just startup companies are doing this hiring. Other than that, most of the companies is still, especially in the IT industry, they have freeze the hiring. So just keep in mind that, so if we will be going to do like this situation, so it is very hard to find the jobs. So you should be sort of a extraordinary character in order to get the job in this kind of situations. If you able to perform well, if you able to face the interviews in a very attractive manner, where the interviewers are going to amazed by your knowledge, then only you are going to get the job. Otherwise, definitely you will not get the job, because even the experienced people are also getting fired from the jobs right now. There are so many employee layoff happen in these days. So keep in mind, because of that, whatever we are learning, you just remember you have enough times, more than enough time, because right now you are in the pandemic situations and you are working, you are actually studying from the homes, so you don't get the this type of opportunities where you can learn so many things. So there are more than enough online documents, online videos, online YouTube channels. Just go through it. If I got it, let's say there are several institutes like offering the free courses, so definitely I will giving you the links that you can register with those links, and you can be able to simply study those things. So there are Udemy is giving you that type of opportunities. And then again, the Linux Foundation also providing that type of opportunities. So keep in mind that, so you need, whatever we have gone through, you have to memorize it, you have to learn it thoroughly. Otherwise you are going to end up your career in a blender, just simple as it is. So keep in mind, so you won't get the job. Most of the time you will be ended up with the a simple job where you, it's not sort of a matching job for your degree even. So keep in mind that one, no? This is, I am giving you early warnings. I don't want to give you any fear into you, but this is the bitter truth in the industry right now. Most of the companies have been freeze their hiring, as well as now they are planning for the employee layoffs. So they are offering the employee layoffs, and most of the, even the senior people who are having the more than 10 years also, they need to say bye to their jobs. That is very sad conditions, this because of these pandemic situations. Otherwise you don't want to worry about, because we don't know when we are going to come out this situation, and when what type of things will be happen. Actually, at least we don't have any timeline on these cases. You can see right now that Sri Lanka, even right now, what we are right now facing, so very pandemic situation nowadays also. So that is the major concerns that we are having. Please be mindful on those things, so get maximum out of these type of pandemic situations, because you will never get chance to learn so many things in these days. So most of the, even if you want the Microsoft, they are offering you the different type of courses that you can learn it. So Red Hat also offering you some type of courses. I'm not quite sure whether that can be easily learned, because they are offering for the, not for the simply for the freshers, they are offering for the experienced people those courses. But anyway, you can, if you want, you can learn it. But keep in mind those things, guys, because still I am seeing, by looking at the answers that you are giving, those are very stupid answers. Even you don't know answers to the to what is the question that I have asked. So how you are going to survive in the industry if you behave in this manner? So you will be like acting like a just a Montessori children simply. So actually, I'm not quite sure what is your mind, what you are going to do after you have passing out from the university. So that is the only concerns that I do have. What type of plan that you have to face in the future? I'm not quite sure, but anyway. So whoever who wants to become good IT engineers, software engineers, whoever who, whatever the degree that you are following up, wants to become the good persons, so obviously you need to learn. So you can just try out with the, if you are free in these days, just all the people. This is for the network, software developing, multimedia, any persons who are in this, whoever in this particular class. So go through the Python basics. So because today's the trending language that we are using is the Python, that can be used not even for the software development, but also for the different purposes in the network field as well, network and the system engineering. So Python is the demanding language that most of the companies are requesting. If you do have time, just learn it by yourself. And if you have any concerns, you may ask, and then I can give you some support as well. So nothing to worry about it. So just learn the Python if you want to learn actually. So there are so many online guided exercises available. So these basics has to be in your mind, are just the basics. Anyway, so by having said that, so let's look at what we are going to do with this one. So can you tell me what is the subnet matter? I need your answers, guys. So you can unmute your mic, or else I will unmute by myself and you need to answer it. So better someone is unmute and answer it. So otherwise I will unmute and you need to answer it. Guys, tell me. For the first question, what is the subnet that we need to use?
255.255.255.192.
192.
Yes.
Okay, how it is going to happen 192?
Sorry.
No, how it's happening, like what is the way that you have defined that one? So when you say 260 hosts, what is the latest, nearest 2 to the power values, like 64, right?
Yes.
60 will be similar, equal to like nearest value on the 2 to the power value is 64, right?
64. Yes.
That is 2 to the power
6.
6. So what we exactly need to do here is we need to remove last 6 bits
Yes.
for the host, right? 255, let's write it down like this. 8 ones, 8 ones,
Third.
8 ones, then the another 2s,
2
and the
and
rest of the 6
zeros.
bits will be zeros. So now that is going like a 255.255.255. What is the other values? 109 to 192.
Yes.
So the slash notation will be goes like
26.
26.
26.
Slash notation will be goes like 26. So then I just asked the next thing is the what is the IP address block? Simply, first, what is the block? The nearest value that you are having is 64. So the IP address will be goes like something like this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
There are no display.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you can see, right?
Okay.
So here you have defined that you need to have the 64 IP addresses. That is already defined. See here, 2 to the power value is 6 is the 64. That means the block will be goes like 64-bit blocks. That means 192.168. One is starting from 0.0 to 192.168 0.63. That is, we have already defined the slash notation on this one is going to be 26. If you want to define IP address block like here, it's going to be 192.168.168 0.0/26. The next block will be 192.168 0.64 to 192.168 0. What is the x 64? 127. So the block will be like 192.168 0.64/26. This is the IP address notations. This is the CIDR, classless interdomain routing. Is it clear, guys? So you can name it. So until up to the 0.255, you can block this one. So you can take 0.0 to 0.63 and you can address your IP address set that you can put it to the host machines. Is it clear, guys? Guys, because this is we have already done on the last day of the lecture. I just want to, this is just a type of a recap that we are going through. Guys, are you clear this?
So can you refresh?
Okay, I'll repeat it again. Can you see the whiteboard, whatever the changes that I'm doing?
Yes, now. Okay.
So what the first questions that I have asked, look at this.
Nothing, anything, sir.
Yeah, I just cleared everything. So for the first question that I have asked is 192.168 0.0. This is the IP address that they have given, right? You need to decide what are the IP blocks that you can take it for the 60 host network. Are you clear? Is this question is clear to you? I still, rather than getting the answers, just tell me, is the question is clear to you? Right, okay. So have a nice day and good night, guys. Be safe. So we'll meet on next Monday. I will share you the link on the Monday morning.
Thank
Okay,
you,
guys.
sir.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, bye. Bye, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good night.